Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will continue my series, I would say, on AgX. Last week I did already a video that I will link here regarding AgX and sunset. I told you in the video that I think AgX is very useful in different conditions, different style of images. Here I wanted to demonstrate it on a more, I would say, colorful and punchy picture. So as you can see here, we start with, I would say, base and the basic of the image. I already went through the basic workflow of exposure, trying to map the color balance and so on. And I'm applying and going through a tone mapper. So usually you will go through a Filmic RGB tone mapper with a color balance to try to bring a little bit more of saturation. And you see here that when I do that, this wonderful golden Buddha is starting to turn really, really yellow. My carpet tend to be almost, not nearly, but at least tend to be as orange as the monk robe. So this is really today what we can achieve with Filmic RGB. The main issue is when you will start to, I would say, push a little bit more, and when you will start to play a little bit more with your different parameters here, you will quickly arrive to saturation and generate some kind of weird colors like this blue tint that you have on the white t-shirt on the bottom right, for example, or you will start to have really yellowish Buddha instead of the golden Buddha. So this is what you can achieve with Filmic RGB. So if I tune it down a little bit and tone it down a little bit, sorry, to a more acceptable-ish view, I will end up here normally. I will just take a snapshot for a comparison later. And then if I turn down those things and if I go through AgX, you see that right now with the parameters that I put on AgX, we recover really, for me, the golden color and full gold color. We recover really a red carpet. We have an orange robe for the monk, and we have a white t-shirt and not the white bluish t-shirt. So this is really something that is I would say almost out of the box with AgX. Usually for the one using Lightroom, you would try to toggle with HSL normally to try to correct those tint and this difference in hue. But this is really something that you can do differently here with AgX. Again, AgX is coming from the Blender 3D program, so this is trying to mimic what film would do and how it will also fade light and so on. So we can zoom in here as a good example for me on the face of the Buddha. Let me just show it to you quickly. And here you see that the light is kind of, I would say, a nice gradient. If I take out AgX here, you see we have again this same type of halo that we had on the sunset video. So this is also really helping with this type of situation. So if I do a quick comparison, putting back here AgX, if I compare the both of them on the gold, you see really the difference. So here, just for reference, on the left, we have Filmic RGB. On the right, we have AgX. So we have almost the same exposition here for the background, but you see we recover, for me, more color from the background also. And we have a gold color. We do not have the kind of yellowish color that we have here on the left. If I do the same comparison here, let me put it here. I think it's really kind of day and night here with the t-shirt, where you have more detail, where you have a whiter t-shirt here. If I put it here, you see that it's really blue. And the same way for the carpet here. I think it's we still have this blue tint on all the image for with Filmic RGB, that AgX is really for me correcting better. So if I zoom out and I would say look at the global picture once again, if I just put it here, you see really the big difference between the two. If I go on the monk, for me it's really the same. The orange is brighter, lighter, even if the global exposure is quite close. We still have a more intense color and a more intense type of colors on every part of the image. Going to AgX, because it's of course what we are looking at right now. If I look at AgX, if I reset all the parameters here just to show you how do I do. So this is AgX with a basic preset. So you see it's already doing kind of a good approach in terms of halo of the color, so managing the highlights and how highlights are clipping versus how highlights should be managed as in a film way of doing things. So here it's basics for AgX. As stated on the previous video, I advise you to go through the auto-tune level. It's doing a pretty good job to map the black and white relative exposure on the image. So I think for me it's good enough here. And as you have seen on my various type of videos, I like to use the presets that are embedded into Darktable, because I think it's important to use what we have also as a baseline, and then you will tune it based on what you want in your image. So usually I will try the Blender-like punchy. So you see it's, as it's stated, quite a punchy treatment. For me, a little bit too dark. But again, AgX is giving you a lot of possibility to adjust, fine-tune, based on here a more, I would dare to say it, artistic view, based on what you really want to do and based on what you want to show in your image. So here, usually what I would do when here I found, so it's a little bit underexposed for me, or I'm missing light at least, I will use the pivot target output to, as stated, darken or brighten the pivot. So I will put it up a little bit. One of the good things also doing it through AgX is, again, you are not clipping anything, as you can see here on your white. It's really, you are putting up nicely all the colors and all the vivid part of this image. So for me, that the only thing that I would do here today on this set, but you can play, of course, here with what contrast you want to have in the highlight. So you see, for example, my white t-shirt here, I can bring up a little bit more contrast here. If you look here on the bottom right, as well as on the light that is coming from the window on the left. And as well, I can also add a little bit more contrast here in my shadows, and it will bring a little bit more living, I would say, details on the background, for example, on all this very nice painting in the temple. So this is, for example, what you can do. And then you will go through primaries. Here again, we will go through it more if we have really a strong tint, or in the sunset example. Here we have various, I would say, type of colors. Of course, there is a predominance of these reddish things. So here, if you want to attenuate a little bit all the red in the image, here you can see it will tone down all the red in the image. So this is, again, for me, starting to step on a more artistic take, more kind of a film approach. What you want to do with your image, comparing Kodak to Fuji or this type of things. It will be most probably one of the next videos that I will do. But again, here for me, it's your approach, it's the way you want to treat the picture. For this video, I will stay, it was not here, sorry, I just it was, I think, around 20-ish in terms of attenuation. Here you can really tweak these type of things. I will even tone it down a little bit more because I think it's bringing up too much in the gold part. And also you can rotate your red from yellow to magenta things. So if I want to bring a little bit more yellowish things, I will bring more yellow here. My carpet, of course, will be affected a little bit because my carpet is basically red. So here I'm touching the red, I would say, primary of it. So if I go back here, my red is already red. And last but not least, I will also play with the overall purity, which is playing basically on the saturation of your image. So if I just tone it down completely, I desaturate it totally, and I would say more on every colors. And if I put it up like that, I will bring it up very, very much. Again, one of the very nice work of AgX is even when I push it over the limit for me, because here it's really over the limit, you still have control and you still have a coherence, sorry, in your image. It's not clipping anywhere. It's not, I would say, completely crazy. So again, for me, I know AgX can feel a little bit overwhelming at the beginning. Start small, try to fine tune some things, try to play with it, and you will see that really it will help you to take your image where you want. And you saw in my previous and initial videos that I was more on the technical side. Here for me, AgX is also helping you to bring up your creativity and to bring in your image what you want really to show. So this is, for me, a new application of AgX. Feel free, guys, to leave me comments for my next video if you want to see something else, if you want to see another take on AgX, if you have a specific question. I really appreciate to read and hear about your comments. Feel free to, of course, subscribe, leave a like, and watch the other video. I would really appreciate if you give any feedback on the work I try to give to you guys with this Darktable and comparison with Lightroom. Thank you very much.